I know if you click this video, you're very introspective. So I'm going to start this off with a very introspective question. Have you ever just been contemplating, sitting down, thinking to yourself, wondering if you truly understand yourself, wondering why you can look at certain characters in media, you know what they're feeling. It's almost like you're seeing through their lens. And you relate to those characters and you feel an emotional tie to those characters. But why is that? I mean, one could say that it's just because, oh, you're watching your favorite show. But what really makes that show your favorite? It's the character. Without the character, there is no show. Without SpongeBob, there is no SpongeBob. Without Walter White, there is no Breaking Bad. And why is that? Well, all these characters have unique personalities. They have personality. And you have a personality too. And today I'm going to be showing why understanding your personality can help you to better understand stories, characters, writing characters, and also just understanding yourself, which can help you understand the world around you. So let's get into it. Because, if you understand yourself, you're building a foundation that is unshakable when it comes to external forces trying to come in and break down your temple, because your body is a temple and your body is protecting your personality, your mind, which holds your personality and your soul and all that junk. If you can build yourself up enough, you can control certain things like anger, temptation, things that are really outside of yourself, but you have control over. If you know yourself, you're kind of like, okay, let me stay away from this, let me stay away from that, or let me do this because this is what works for me. There's a Chinese philosopher known as Lao Tzu. Hopefully I'm not like totally butchering that name, but it's something along those lines. And he once said, "He who knows others is wise, but he who knows himself is enlightened." And this relates back to what I was saying earlier. When you're watching those shows or those movies or you're reading those books, you can really understand that character. It's like you know where they're coming from. But a lot of people don't know where they're coming from, like their own self, their own being. Why is that? It's because you're going on this journey with the character and you're seeing all the things that they're going through. You're understanding the perspectives of like multiple people, because like you have to learn through the world to really like understand yourself. So like when you're reading stories, like you're not only seeing from your perspective, you're also seeing from the perspective of like the other side characters and all the people in the environment. So it's like you can understand why the character does what they do. You can understand why the other characters do what they do, which helps you to really understand just stuff in general of what's going on in the story.
You know how a lot of manga artists don't really show their faces and they're usually hidden behind some type of like logo or character? Well, I'm willing to bet that you could probably tell what the author is like based off of the characters, because usually when people write characters, they're writing about themselves in multiple versions or in multiple fonts.
But when you're like looking at from your own perspective in real life, it's just you're really only seeing from this and nothing else. So it's pretty understandable, or I should say, I should say, it's understandable for people to not really know themselves, especially when you're young and growing up. Back to what I was saying. If you don't know yourself, how do you really expect to know others?
When I say this, I mean more so in a way where you think you know others. It's kind of like when people throw all their convictions and beliefs on others because they just think that that's how things should go and that's how things should be. And they think that everybody just thinks in the way that they think, but that's not how reality works.
Like, how do you expect to understand the world? There's people who are trying to learn the meaning of life and learn what job they should get immediately right after high school. But like, we don't even know what the hell we got going on in our own internal frameworks yet. Like, we don't even know ourselves actually. Like, we're kind of just being all fed the same exact things. Like we're going through elementary school, middle school, and high school. Like there's no really distinct thing that's really separating you for you to really understand what you're capable of or the things that you like. This is why so many people go into college and they change majors 3 or 4 times. Once, if you're lucky. Some people do just stick with one major, and that's just what they choose to do. But, you know, once you get out of high school, that's when well, once you experience life, those are the times where you start to understand yourself. You're your own, you are a unique source of consciousness. Nobody else can experience your life but you. And I think that that is such an amazing thing because you being born is a very like unlikely thing. I forgot where I read that at, but it's something that's really it's a very low chance for you to even like exist right now, but you do exist. You experience everything through your own mind. So why would you not try to master what you're seeing through? Like it's kind of like having a front row internal seat to a movie that only you can see. And if you want that movie to be good, you got to make sure the plot is right. And who is the plot? You're the plot. When people make stories and movies, they make plots to the character. If you don't got no characters, you have no plot. You have no setting. Like what are you how are you going to tell the story? You're literally the main character of your story. And just like any show, whether it be Naruto, Breaking Bad, or House MD, without Naruto, Walter White, and Gregory House, you don't have a story. Your story is cheeks. You might as well throw it away. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I feel like this would be the same thing with your life. And so the real question is, how do you make sure your story or your life is moving in the direction that you actually want? And I think that a thing that you can do to understand yourself is taking personality tests. I personally love personality tests. I think that they're very interesting, and I've been taking personality tests since like the 7th grade. And the first time I took them, I mean, I didn't really care about it because I was just trying to play cool math on the computer, and I think we were just required to take the test. But as I grew up, I noticed I was like, damn, these personality tests are actually very informative. But I still only knew it like surface level. And I'm still learning about him to this day, but I have way more information than I did back then.
Overall, what I'm trying to say is that you should study personality. It's a very good asset to use, and it helps you understand yourself, and it can help you understand others. And if you're a writer like myself, it can help you to write better stories and write better characters, and also write a better you.
And with that being said, your story is being written every single day. The question is, are you writing it on purpose or are you letting it write itself? Understanding yourself is the first step to controlling the pen and the first step to controlling your life. So, if you're ready to build that character, whether it be a fictional character or the character you yourself, hit that subscribe button. And we'll get into the next one in the next video. Give me a like and give me a comment. If you understood what I was trying to say, let me know. If you don't, let me know as well. So then I could go do my research and not look like a dumbass on YouTube. Thank you.